Hi everyone, in this video I am going to present a topic on immunodiffusion. Immunodiffusion is a lab test that is used to detect the presence of specific antibodies in a sample. This test involves a process called diffusion. Here the antibodies will diffuse through the gel matrix and react with the antigen that is present in the gel. Most commonly used method is radial immunodiffusion method. Here the antigen is added to an agar gel. Then we need to pour this in a circular plate. Then the serum sample is placed in a well that will be in the center of the plate. As the serum diffuses through the gel, it will react with the antigen and forms a visible ring of precipitation around the wall. The size of the ring corresponds to amount of antibodies present in the serum. Larger ring means more antibodies, smaller ring means lesser antibodies. It is a quantitative test. This is mainly used to diagnose diseases such as hepatitis B, HIV and Lyme disease. It is also used in detection of autoimmune disease such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. The next concept is immunoelectrophoresis. Immunoelectrophoresis is a lab technique that is used to separate and identify proteins in a sample. This technique is mainly used in diagnostic and research labs to study various diseases including multiple myeloma, amyloidosis, then autoimmune disorder. Here electric current is used to separate the different proteins based on their size, shape and charge. Once the proteins are separated, the specific antibodies will be used to identify and differentiate the proteins of interest. There are two common types of single dimension, double dimension. Single dimension means simple and quick method that will directly separate the protein according to their charge and size. The double dimension in the sense that is more complex and time consuming. This one also separate the protein based on their charge and sizes. Then it is also having many advantages over the protein separation and identification technique. Some of the limitations of this technique include requirement of specialized equipment and training, then inability to analyze large protein or protein complex. The next concept is radioimmunoassays. It is also known as RIA. It is also a lab technique. This is used to measure the concentration of various substances in the biological fluid. Here the immunoassays that will utilize this radio-labeled molecules to enable the detection of a particular antigen or antibody in a sample. The main component of RIA include an antibody, a radio-labeled antigen and a solid phase support. Whenever the antibody binds to the specific antigen, and it will allow to separation of target molecule from the other components in the sample. The radio-labeled antigen is added to the sample and binds to the antibody forming a complex. The solid phase support such as plastic bead or a membrane is then used to separate the bound complex from the unbound antigen and antibody. The signal is generated by the radio-labeled antigen will be proportional to the amount of target molecule present in that sample. This signal is mainly detected using a scintillation counter. This one will measure the amount of radiation emitted by the sample. One of the most significant advantage of RIA is its high sensitivity, and it will allow detection of low concentration of target molecule in biological fluid. In conclusion, radioimmunoassays or RIA is a valuable analytical technique that is used in lab settings to measure the concentration of target molecule in biological fluids. Thank you all.